Name's Bert Bowler, Chief Pilot for Teton Aviation out of Jackson, Wyoming. Been flying this airplane for 19 years. Been flying King Air since 1983.
Back in early 2002, we were notified by the avionics manager at the time that we had sold a pretty large install on a King Air, and it was Teton Aviation, customer name of Bert Bowler, and that's how it started.
When we first met and debriefed, I remember Bert talking about the overall upgrade, and he knew exactly what he wanted as far as the avionics and what his vision was.
I showed up out here on a Sunday. Avionics manager and a bunch of the powers that be here met me on Sunday, and they had a big display with a little a little picture of what my airplane would look like, that they'd put on a computer, and everything went uphill from there.
I remember what a big job it was. It was a huge project. It was the first of its kind in the King Air. It was a full universal upgrade, and Bert was the test bed for that project.
Overall, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it, and now Bert is back, and we've got the airplane again, and we're gonna start it all over.
Back when we first met Bert in the early 2001 time frame, Bert was looking at what can he do to the cockpit of the aircraft to bring it to some of the latest technologies.
Back when we did the first install, we were a small group. I think there was probably 10, 12 people in the avionics department, and there's 30 plus now in the avionics department. The engineering shop's grown since then. We have a lot more capability now than we had before, and everybody brought together and got everything done.
I remember it taking weeks to build that harness, and never having been involved with something of that magnitude, it was a pretty exciting for me at the time.
Well, initially when we debriefed and as we started engineering that whole project, one thing that came to mind right away was where were we going to put all this equipment?
There was quite a lot to be considering with a project that size that we've never done before, especially with new development of STC involved, and time frame and all that.
We'd never done a full universal package upgrade like that. It was a large STC project that we did. A lot of man hours, a lot of pre-planning.
And we did back then a complete STC to include flight checks, to include all of the paperwork. So when I left here a month later, the airplane was done.
The experience was so good for him, and the installation so successful that he always kept Elliott Aviation in mind for the future mods, and that's why he's back.
It made me feel like we obviously did a good job the first round. He was pleased with the install. We've given him good support since then, and if he's coming back to do another large install, he's happy with the work we did.
It was amazing. Some of the folks still here, that worked on the airplane are here now again, and they've all moved up to doing bigger and better things, but I'm happy with the way it turned out then. The work that was done, the professionalism that was done, the courtesy that was given to me as a customer, made me come back to Elliott.
When Bert decided to go forward, he was our 200th G1000.
He and I have been talking about it off and on, and different systems that we could get and how we could make my old system work. There was a way to do it, but with the old antiquated system, the old analog autopilot and the old gyros and DGs and inverters and everything else that was in the airplane, it became cost prohibitive to change what was there to make it work, plus I didn't have space.
The biggest benefit of the G1000 is the value it provides. And when you look at value, you have to look at all the things as in not just price, it's all about reliability, it's about functionality, it's about overall long-term investment for the aircraft. All these things pull together And the G1000 provides the best value you can get for an aircraft like this.
Installation overall with everything that I've added to the airplane has been well received. It's been handled professionally. It's been taken care of Johnny on the spot, so to speak.
I think I'm just looking forward to having Bert get in the airplane for the first time after we've done the install and to go out and do the test flights and fly with our avionics technicians.
At this time, we're basically whole again with the aircraft. The G1000 is installed, along with several other options that Bert selected along the way. And we're just getting ready to go outside and do the post-engine runs, compass alignment, and get the aircraft prepared to fly tomorrow.
We've now replaced the entire avionics suite in this aircraft. Front to back, all the wiring for the avionics has been replaced. Autopilot systems, AHRS, air datas, displays, FMS, GPSs, TAWSs, and TEAC. Everything in the aircraft from avionics has been replaced, and we're doing that in 3 weeks.
For Bert to do, after 12 plus years, to consider Elliott Aviation for a G1000 installation just speaks volume. Especially we're all here from the previous install. I think that says everything about Elliott Aviation.
With all my years of experience traveling around the countryside, mechanics come and go. Technicians come and go. Whatever they are, avionics, mechanics, whatever. Supervisors, bosses, managers, from the top on down, come and go throughout the years that I've been flying. You come back to Elliott and it's the same people, from the family on top to the family on the bottom, and every guy inside of here, every person inside of here, I think what I see is happy, they're treated like family, and that makes a big difference to me of choosing someplace to be able to come back in.
One of the main reasons that I think Bert is coming back is because of many of the original team members that did the install back at that time in 2002 are still here today, and I think that gives Bert the confidence and the trust to know that he was taken care of then and he will be taken care of now.
From the day I walked in the door, the courtesy given to me, the professionalism that was done, the freedom to be able to wander around in this environment and stick my nose in the airplane, stick my nose in their business. I can learn. I learned about the system, I learned how to operate it, and everything was there. To me, this is a big family, and they fit me right into that family.